Whether you're considering a career in nursing education or simply curious about the nursing profession, this video is your ultimate guide to becoming a nurse educator. I will review what does it mean to be a nurse educator, what are common misconceptions about being a nurse educator, and what steps you need to take to become a nurse educator. Nurse educators are nurses who shape the future of nursing by teaching and mentoring the next generation of nurses. They design educational programs, develop curricula, and ensure that their students acquire the knowledge and skills required to become competent and compassionate nurses. Educators work in various settings, including universities and colleges, communities, healthcare facilities, private companies, and online platforms. A common misconception about nursing education is that this specialty is for nurses who are unsuccessful as clinical nurses. This is not true, as highly skilled nurse educators are needed to teach nurses clinical skills. For example, clinical nurse educators work with nurses and students in the lab using simulation mannequins to simulate different patient scenarios for training. Some might wonder if nurse educators are considered advanced practice nurses. There has been an increasing need for nursing education to be acknowledged as an advanced nursing practice. Currently, only clinical roles are identified as advanced practice nursing. Interestingly, it is nurse educators who are teaching nurses to become advanced practice nurses. If we want to evolve as a profession, we must first acknowledge the critical roles that nurse educators play in advancing the education of nurses and the nursing profession. In fact, nurse educators are some of the most highly educated nurses within the profession who are advancing science through research. It might also be considered that nursing education is where older nurses go before they retire. In fact, the average age of a registered nurse in the U.S. is 46 years old, whereas the average age of a nurse educator is 43. In the U.S., most nurse educators are between the ages of 30 and 60. Becoming an educator requires a strong foundation in nursing skills and understanding of education concepts. Most educational institutions require educators to have a minimum of 2 years of clinical experience as a registered nurse. This experience is essential as it ensures that educators have a deep understanding of patient care, clinical practices, and the real-world challenges nurses face. Having prior teaching experience, even as a clinical instructor to students or preceptor to a new nurse, can be a significant advantage. It counts as experience, demonstrates your commitment to teaching and learning, and shows your ability to effectively transfer knowledge to others. To become a nurse educator, you must be a registered nurse with a BSN degree. You can attend a university for about 2 years to earn a Master of Science degree in Nursing, MSN, specializing in nursing education. Some nurses may have an MSN degree with other specializations, but if your goal is to become an educator, stick to the nurse educator path. Within this path, you will learn educational theories and concepts, curriculum development, and strategies for teaching online, classroom, and clinical. An MSN degree works great for clinical or staff development nurse educators, and even adjunct faculty in academia. However, if your career goal is to become a full-time faculty in academia, then you must consider a doctorate degree. It is best to earn the highest degree, known as a terminal degree within your profession. For nurses, a doctorate of philosophy, PhD, or doctorate of nursing practice, DNP degree is the terminal degree. Although somewhat controversial, if you plan to teach in academia and complete research activities, then a PhD degree will best prepare you for this role. If you plan to be a leader in the clinical side of nursing and evidence-based practice, then a DNP degree is the best pathway. A DNP degree can take about 2 years, while a PhD degree can take 4 years to complete. Nurse educators can become board certified within their specialty. The National League for Nursing Certified Nurse Educator, CNE certification, is available for academic and clinical nurse educators. Nursing Professional Development certification is available for nurse educators who work in staff development. If you find this video helpful, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know in the comments. If you want to become a nurse educator, it's important you understand what you're getting yourself into. Consider your personality, because there are personality types that make good educators, and there are also valid reasons why you should not become an educator. If you're going into nursing education for the money, you might be disappointed. Educators in academia are not compensated enough for their years of education and experience. Educators in clinical and private sectors are compensated more but may lack the flexibility that many educators in academia have. Nurse educators are passionate about teaching and dedicated to their work, so they enter into the role knowing that the salary is not competitive. However, there are opportunities for more income through teaching additional courses, be a freelance, tutor students, owning a business, or working as a clinical nurse. It is not a good idea to go into nursing education because you want to get away from bedside nursing. It's critical that you go into education for the right reasons because the future of the profession is dependent on your actions as an educator to nurture the next generation of nurses. In academia, you will teach and mentor nursing students, ensuring they receive a comprehensive education in theory and clinical practice. In clinical settings, your primary role is to ensure that nurses, both new and experienced, are well prepared to provide safe and effective patient care. In staff development, you will be responsible for orientation and continuing education programs for nursing staff, ensuring that they stay current in their practice. Each role contributes to the development of competent and compassionate nurses. No matter the path you choose, a career as a nurse educator can be incredibly rewarding and fulfilling as it directly impacts the quality of patient care and the future of healthcare. Subscribe to the channel and let's empower, educate, and mentor together to create a happier and healthier generation of nurses. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.